Hey folks, it's Russ. Today is Wednesday, October 15th, 2025. I hope you're having a great day. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. I've been involved in the work from home space for 19 years. Been working full-time for myself since 2018, and it's my true passion to help others generate mailbox money using social media and direct mail marketing. So with that being said, I thought we'd do a Wealth Wisdom Wednesday and talk about building systems and not stress. Okay? Because wealth isn't luck. A lot of people, especially those that don't have a lot of money, they think that the wealthy people have just gotten lucky. All right, because like I mentioned before in other videos, you always see like the people on the Forbes list, like the Elon Musks and the Jeff Bezos and people like that. You always see what they have now. You know, their big mansions or their yachts or whatever they're driving, but you don't see what it took for them to get to where they are now. All right, so most people will think, oh, they just got lucky. You know, they just got lucky and went on and built an empire. It was all luck. You know, sometimes there is some luck. You know, like I think Mark Cuban was at the right place at the right time when he sold his internet company for whatever it was, a couple $1 billion back in the day. You know, but they still worked hard to build up that business, right? So basically my point is that wealth isn't luck. It's just based on, you have to have the right mindset. And you have to have the right habits and systems in place to help you generate wealth, right? Wealthy people have their money create wealth for them. Okay? The poor mindset is you get your paycheck, you pay what your bills, but then you spend on stuff that you don't really need. Whereas a wealthy mindset, they'll pay their bills, but they also pay themselves first, and they put that money into something that will generate more money for them. They make their money work for them, right? So you have to have solid financial habits, like putting money aside every week and having it sent off into your 401k plan or into some investment fund or into real estate or, buying silver and gold, whatever it is. You have to have smart financial habits. In other words, you have to know that you don't need to be buying stuff you don't need, right? Wealthy people buy what they really need and not what they want all the time, right? That's a big, huge mindset. Like poor people will go and they'll buy things that they want, not necessarily things that they need. And so they allocate their money differently than somebody who has a rich mindset. So that is why I use quicksilver, as one of my ways that I invest my money, because they allow you to set up the auto wealth delivery so that every single month I'm having silver shipped to my door. And so I'm basically trading my fiat currency, which is backed by nothing, for something that is a tangible asset that continues to go up in value. So I'm trading paper money backed by nothing, worth practically nothing, for something that has real value that continues to go up in value. So even when I'm sleeping, I'm making money with my silver because it continues to go up. So I buy that one silver coin one time, and that's going to sit in my safe, and over time it's just going to create more value for me, more wealth for me. So you have to have systems that build your wealth on autopilot, because if you don't, like Warren Buffett says, if you don't find a way to make money while you're sleeping, you're going to work until the day you die. So you have to have systems in place that will generate money for you even while you're sleeping. And that is why I love network marketing, because you can set up systems that do that for you even while you're sleeping, right? So like with Quicksilver, I'm just using Quicksilver as an example. We have a marketing system that basically does all the selling and telling for me. All right, so when someone goes and visits my site for a free bar of silver and they enter their name and email, they get put into that system, and that system takes over and does all the selling and telling for me, right? It has a sales page. It has emails that get sent out on my behalf, all while I'm sleeping, even when I'm sleeping. 24/7, the system works for me. And I bring in sales 24/7. Right? I have people that join me all hours of the day in that one opportunity. And that's just one opportunity that I have. Okay? So wealth isn't luck. I mean, yeah, if you go and hit the lottery, yeah, you can call that luck, right? But how many people do you know that have actually gone and hit the lottery and are wealthy from it? And most of those people are broke in a couple of years because they don't have the right money mindset. They don't know how to manage money. But you want a system that you set up once and you can earn forever from it, right? And that's the power of duplication. When you get people into your programs and they start duplicating what it is you're doing, you're earning off of them as well. So instead of having 100% of your own efforts and just solely relying on that, you're going to start relying on a certain percent of all of your referrals and the efforts that they have or that they bring in. And that's really the power of duplication, you know? That's not only making your money work for you, that's leveraging other people's efforts, helping you create financial freedom. And the thing is, you just got to stick with your programs long enough. Most people quit before they even mail out postcards. You know, it's just a fact. And I don't know why they do that, but I mean, you want to compound your own efforts, and then when you leverage other people's efforts, that starts compounding, and the small wins stack up huge. And that's how you build empires, by sticking with an opportunity long enough to build a legit business. And then once you get to a certain point, it takes over automatically, and you start having people who are action takers underneath you, and they start bringing in people, and then they start getting one or two people that take action. They start bringing in people, and before you know it, you have an organization of 1,000 people, and then it's like game over. You know, that's what Brian Carruthers, he hardly recruits anymore because his team has over 400,000 people on it. Right? So he's bringing in new customers onto his team all the time without having to do anything. That's the secret to building wealth. That's the secret to building a Mailbox Money Empire. You know, you have to have a system. First of all, you have to have the right mindset and know that you have to think long term, okay? Joining an opportunity and doing a couple posts every week or mailing out a couple postcards every week is not going to get you where you want to be, right? You have to really step up and treat it like a business and work your business every single day, even on days that you don't want to, right? So you have to think long term. Wealthy people don't go and invest money into, let's say, real estate, knowing that they're going to be making millions of dollars the next month. They have a long-term mindset. They invest in something like a stock or maybe silver and gold right now. They're buying up tons of it, knowing that, yeah, silver might go up another $10, but they're not looking at that. They're not looking at getting rich off of a $10 increase in the price of silver. They're looking at an increase of $100 or $200 within the next couple of years. So you have to think long term, because wealth rewards patience, right? And not panic. I see so many people, they join an opportunity, they're with it for a couple of weeks, and then they're bitching and moaning because they're not making any money. And it's like, what have you been doing to help build your business? Well, I did a post on Facebook. That's about it. You know, it's like I mailed out 100 postcards, and then they're complaining that they're not making any money. You have to show up every day, take action by doing income producing activities, and stay consistent, and quit the belly aching, quit the excuses, and just show up even on days that you don't want to. All right? Believe me, there's days I don't want to be on my phone. I do enjoy reading. I do enjoy spending time with my wife. I do enjoy spending time with our adult daughters. I do enjoy doing other things other than being on my phone all the time, creating content. All right? There's a lot of things that I enjoy. But I have to be on my phone creating content in order to build my empire, because that's how it works in today's world, right? I have to be mailing out letters and postcards if I want to build my empire, because it's a numbers game. So the more people that see my opportunities, the more people I have opt into my capture pages, which lead to more sales down the road. So that's what it is, you know? I mean, you build systems that pay you in your sleep. And Quicksilver is a great opportunity. I'll leave a link down below if you want to check that out and get a free bar of silver just for checking out the opportunity. Also, I have launched Mailbox Money Nation. This is a community for like-minded people who are looking for ways to build a mailbox money empire using social media and direct mail marketing. All right, we're in pre-launch right now, so things are slow in the group right now, but you can get in as a founding member. Your price of $7 a month will never go up, and I have some big things planned out for this community over time, okay, over time. But if you join the group, you have to show up in the group, and you're going to get out of the group what you put into the group, all right? If you just join the group and you don't do anything or partake or post or respond to people, you know, I don't know how you're going to get any value out of the group. I guess you could just read what other people put in there, but to build a community, we want to be talking and learning from each other. It's not just learning from me, because I don't know everything. I'm going to share with you what I do know, but I know that a lot of you know more than I do, or you know things that I don't know. So that's why I'm super excited about Mailbox Money Nation. I'll leave a link down below for that as well. And I think that's going to be it for this video. But I hope you found value in it. If you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click that notification bell so you're notified each and every time I upload a new video. And with that being said, I hope you have a great rest of your day wherever you are. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. And until then, stay well, be safe, and peace be with you. Thanks for watching.